Light of the World, Learning English Through the Bible, Unit A204, Copyright 2022 Literacy International.
Pray, Review, and Preview. Bible reading. God's Covenant with Abraham, Genesis chapter 11 through 15. Theme, Transportation. Pronunciation, Old and spelled or. Grammar, a and the.
What do you see?
What do you see? 1. Passenger. 2. Bus stop. 3. To board. 4. Motor scooter. 5. Road. 6. Van. 7. Taxi. 8. Ship.
Listen and repeat. 1. Gasoline. Gasoline. We fill up the car with gasoline. We fill up the car with gasoline. 2. A ship. A ship. I'd like to sail a ship. I'd like to sail a ship. 3. A motor scooter. A motor scooter. He rides his motor scooter. He rides his motor scooter. 4. A van. A van. She drives a white van. She drives a white van.
Listen and repeat. 5. A highway. A highway. We drive fast on the highway. We drive fast on the highway. 6. A road. A road. This road is long. This road is long. 7. A subway. A subway. The subway train is on time. The subway train is on time. 8. A parking lot. A parking lot. They park in the parking lot. They park in the parking lot.
Listen and repeat. 9. A taxi. Cab. A taxi. Cab. A taxi took them to the airport. A taxi took them to the airport. 10. A bus stop. A bus stop. They waited at the bus stop. They waited at the bus stop. 11. A passenger. A passenger. The passengers ride the subway. The passengers ride the subway. 12. To board. To board. He boarded the bus. He boarded the bus.
Listen and repeat. An, for general objects. Is he boarding a ship? I can't drive a motor scooter on an icy road. They took a bus to go to a party. I can write an email on my phone. The, for specific objects. He's boarding the 3 o'clock ship going to Australia. I drive the blue motor scooter every day. They took the East Road bus to go to the birthday party. I can read you the email from John.
Listen and repeat. A, before a consonant sound. A parking lot. A bus. A passenger. A highway. A subway. A yellow taxi. A university. An, before a vowel sound. An adult. An electric car. An early train. An Indian student. An October day. An umbrella. An hour.
Make sentences with a, an, or the. A subway is. Eve was. Noah was. A cat is. A ship is. London is. The train leaves in. Morning. Large boat. First woman. Underground train. English city. Animal. Man. Listen and repeat. Hi, can you please help me get to the university?
Yes, I have a map right here.
I want to take the subway. Where can I board?
Follow this road north until you see the subway station.
Okay, then where do I exit the subway?
You need to ride the subway east for 5 stops and then exit at Washington Street.
Okay, I can do that. Thank you.
You're welcome. Have a safe trip. Listen and repeat. Everyone get in the van. We're going to France.
Are you sure you know how to get there?
Yes, I do. We just need to follow the highway.
How long will it take?
6 hours.
That's a long time. Can we stop on the way?
Yes, we will need to stop for gas and food. We can also stop at a parking lot to walk around.
Yay! This will be fun. Bon voyage! That means a good trip in French.
Listen and repeat. 1. Old, old. Hold, cold. Child, world, field. 2. Spelled O-R. Motor scooter. Fireworks. History. World. Neighbor. A. The children hold hands in the cold field. B. My neighbor rode a motor scooter to see the fireworks.
Listen and repeat. A. Ship. Road. Gas. Board. B. Subway. Highway. Taxi. Bus stop. C. Parking lot. Passenger. Temperature. Sunglasses.
God's covenant with Abraham. Genesis chapters 11 through 15. Many years after the flood, there were again many people in the world. They still sinned against God and each other. Because they all spoke the same language, they worked together and built a city, instead of traveling over the earth as God commanded.
They did not want to obey how God said they should live. They even began building a tall tower to reach the sky. God saw that. If they all kept working together, they could do many more bad things. So God changed their language into many different languages and scattered them all over the world. Their city was called Babel, which means confused, because God confused their language.
Many years later, God spoke to a man named Abram. God told him, "Leave your country and family and go to the land I will show you. I will bless you and make you a great nation. I will make your name great. I will bless those who bless you and curse those who curse you. All families on earth will be blessed because of you." So Abram obeyed God. He took his wife Sarai and everything he had and went to the land God showed him, the land of Canaan.
When Abram arrived in Canaan, God said, "Look all around you. I will give to you all this land, and your children will always have it." Then Abram started living in the land. There was a man named Melchizedek, who was a priest of God Most High. One day after Abram had been in a battle, he and Abram met. Melchizedek said to Abram, "May God Most High help Abram." Then Abram gave Melchizedek a tenth of everything he had won in the battle.
After many years, Abram and Sarai were old, and still did not have a son. God spoke to Abram and promised again that he would have a son and as many children as the stars in the sky. Abram believed God's promise. God was happy with Abram because he believed in God's promise.
Then God made a covenant with Abram. Usually, a covenant is an agreement between two parties to do things for each other. But in this case, God made a promise to Abram while Abram was in a deep sleep. But he could still hear God. God said, "I will give the land of Canaan to your children." But Abram still did not have a son.
Answer the questions. 1. How did God make the people stop building the tower? 2. Who was Melchizedek? 3. Why was it bad for the people to build a tower? 4. Why was it hard for Abram to believe that he would have many children? 5. Do you believe God's promises? Why or why not?
Listen and fill in the blanks. Open, doors, cold, subway, board, seniors, hold, street, field, passengers, world, children. Thank you for riding the city subway. You are at Elm Street. Please move further into the train car so other passengers can board. Also, please give up your seat for mothers with children, seniors, and others who may need to sit down more than you do. Standing passengers, please hold on and do not lean against the doors. State Street is next. Doors will open on the left at State Street. We appreciate you choosing us for your transportation needs. Please be safe and have a great day.
Partner A. Talk about the bus stop sign.
Partner B. Ask about the bus stop sign. A. What is the bus number? B. What street does the bus go on? C. Which direction does the bus travel? D. Does the bus run at night? E. How often does the bus run? F. Can people in wheelchairs use the bus?
Proud people in Babel built a tower because they wanted fame and power. They used bricks and tar to try and reach the stars, but God changed their language and scattered them far. Proud people in Babel built a tower because they wanted fame and power. They used bricks and tar to try and reach the stars, but God changed their language and scattered them far.
1A. Homework. Write about the pictures. For example, 1. To get to the library, you have to ride the subway for 2 stops.
1B. Homework. Write about the pictures.
2. Write 6 sentences with a, an, or the. Old, apple, airplane, van, car, address, road, bus, taxi, icy, board, exit, hour, gas. I ate an apple on the subway yesterday.
3. Ask your partner questions. 1. What kind of transportation do you usually take? Why? 2. What form of transportation do you not like to take? Why? 3. Tell a fun or scary story about traveling.
4. Answer and say the sentences. Mark the old and sounds. A. What do you do when it's cold? I build a fire and sit next to it. To warm up my toes. B. Do you ride a motor scooter? C. Do you have children? D. Do you like fireworks? E. Where in the world do you live? F. Who is your neighbor? G. What's your favorite English word?
5. Questions about the Bible reading. 1. What did God promise Abram? 2. What did Abram give Melchizedek? 3. Who was Sarai? 4. What did the people in Babel try to do? 5. Why was God happy with Abram? 6. Do you talk to God? What do you say?
6A. Choose one verse to memorize. A. Then God led Abram outside and said, "Look at the sky. See the many stars. There are so many you cannot count them. Your family will be like that." Genesis chapter 15, verse 5 from the ERV. B. Abram believed the Lord, and because of this faith, the Lord accepted him as one who has done what is right. Genesis chapter 15, verse 6 from the ERV.
6b. Choose one verse to memorize and read the next verses. C. A ship is very big, and it is pushed by strong winds, but a very small rudder controls that big ship, and the one who controls the rudder decides where the ship will go. It goes where he wants it to go. It is the same with our tongue. It is a small part of the body, but it can boast about doing great things. James chapter 3 verses 4 through 5 from the ERV. Read the next lesson's Bible passage, Genesis chapters 16 through 22, in your language.
7A. Read about taxis around the world. Whether you call it a taxi, a cab, an Uber, or a tuk-tuk, these hired rides are a common way to travel in many places. In London, the taxis are black. In New York, they are yellow. And in many parts of Asia, they have only 3 tires. In Chicago, they even have water taxis that carry passengers through the city on the river. Today, mobile apps make it easy to find a taxi and to pay without cash. Taxis are more expensive to ride than buses or subways, but many passengers find it's easier and more comfortable to take a cab. Many taxi drivers in the USA are immigrants. It can be a difficult and dangerous job, but it's also a good way to learn English. For drivers and passengers around the world, taxis are an interesting way to travel and meet people.
7b. Answer the questions. A. What are some other names for taxis? B. Where can you find water taxis? C. Why are taxis more expensive than buses? D. Why can it be dangerous to drive a taxi? E. Do you ride in taxis? Where? F. Would you like to work as a taxi driver? Why?
8. Write about your travels. Write at least 10 sentences about a time you took a long trip or got lost.
9. Homework. Now I can talk about transportation. I can understand, say, read, and write the 12 vocabulary words. I can use a, an, and the. I can understand that Abram believed God's promises.
Closing prayer.